Good afternoon, Monday, August 29th. This is Simple Futures free market update. This is Neil. This is actually the second attempt at this. So I did this video just a minute ago and the mic was not working. So here we go again, round two. Catching up from last week, we were looking for waiting on Friday for Powell. And we talked we would get a little bit of up, about 87, and then get slammed. And it traded 87. It traded a little above 87. What it did actually do was it went up here and found the gap mid, but it left a little bit of gap open up there. We still on the SPX, we still have an island top up there because it didn't actually come up and actually fill the gap, but it found the gap mid anyway. So then Friday comes and it sells off pretty hard. 4,200 buy down at like 40.50 or something down here. All right, so here we go. For this week, a little bit of refresher, okay, to start us off. For this week, remember that we got a balance print up here at 42.77, a balance right here at 41.20. And a balance target down here at 39.60. Okay, so I would ask you to remember that last week's pivot was 42.60. It never traded the pivot last week. It traded up to like 4,200, but it never traded the pivot. Okay, this week's pivot's 41.08, and that's above us. It never traded the pivot last time, and this one's here. I have a hard time. I generally look for the pivot to trade, so I have a hard time imagining it goes 2 consecutive weeks without trading the pivot. That's kind of hard to imagine. So, that being the case, I do have a bullish and a bearish target. The bullish target would be back up in the balance up here, and the bearish target would be down to balance down below, which is 39.60. All right. I wonder, though, honestly, this week if we could really see both trade. So, here's what I would like to see this week. You can put, actually, if you want, you can put a call fly up here at 41.30, and there's a reason for that. This balance of trade right there is 41.20. Last week's balance was 41.40. So I would put your call side at 41.30 and the put side at 39.60. One of them's going to hit, the other one's going to go, one of them's going to trade first, and the other one's going to, be the target. One of them's going to hit, and the other one's going to go worthless. So in other words, if you get first up, and this is the read, actually, this is what I'm thinking. We get first up, 41.30, and then it fails and rolls for 39.60. So that means if you put both on, if you put the call side on 41.30, when it trades up there, it could be Wednesday, it could be like midweek Wednesday or something. It trades up there. You go ahead and take that off. It'll be a small win, but it'll be at least be something. Take it off. And then let it roll out and trade down and hit the target down here would be 39.60. So to make it easy down there, if you want, like you could put that target at something like 65 or 60, 65, whatever you want to do. But I mean, that would be the put side. So at the end of the day, what I'm talking about here is the fact that we waited last week for some volatility on Friday with a preference for a little up that got slammed. That worked. Okay, now what, right? Now we're down here and we say, okay, well, now we're in the middle of the soup. What do you mean middle of the soup? Well, I mean, we're in a concave kind of a thin print here in the middle with balance above and balance below. Balance above is 41.20 by 40, so that's why I say call it 30. Balance below is 39.60, and we're right in the middle of that. So this is a up and down, back and fill kind of a zone between two balance prints. So, and we didn't trade the pivot last week, and the pivot's above us this week. So ideally, it runs up test balance and rolls over and comes down and sits down on the 39.60 latter part of the week. There you go. That's the plan. That's what I got for to start us off for right now. Today's Monday, August 29th. This is the last trading week of the summer. This is a full week, but next week is a holiday Monday, so we get a 4-day trading week next week with the holiday to kind of, wrap up the summer. I mean, this is it. This is the last trading week of the summer. So, we'll get some more volatility to come back in. Hopefully, soon with the fall kind of return to trade and volume and volatility and out of the summer doldrums, kind of up and down, choppy nature of the summer. And, we'll soon hopefully be out of that. But this is the free video for Monday, and I'll see you again on Wednesday. Hope it helps. Good trading.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me